What's up everyone, it's Gabby Trades and welcome back to the channel. Well, what a great rally on alts we've seen, but markets finally they seem to be working, right? The market is working properly because we're seeing the rotations we have longed for so long. Now, Bitcoin dominance is pulling back as well as ETH BTC, and we are here for it. We're also here for Trump versus Powell drama, which has seen more updates recently. But before we jump in, you guys, always as usual, make sure you smash the like button, subscribe if you haven't, and hit the bell so you never miss any of my breakdowns here with you. Now, the overall echo. Okay, sorry. That's my bad. Hold on. Okay. Good. It should be fine. It should be fine now. Okay. So basically the overall market sentiment is very bullish right now, but there is a lot of catalysts that are days away that can shake out our confidence. Now, first of all, we're nearing the tariffs deadline coming 1st of August. And I know that everyone is thinking that Trump will tackle again. However, we have over here, the Commerce Secretary Lutnick says that he's confident the US will secure a trade deal with the EU. But he also says in that article that the deadline is a hard deadline and the tariffs will take effect unless an agreement is reached. But he's also confident that there will be an agreement. But the EU, in the meanwhile, is also preparing for countermeasures against potential increases on imports. Now, why do we care so much about this? Now, we could have a major effect on business costs and consumer prices because all of this correlates with the overall market sentiment as well, right? If businesses are not earning as much, this is going to affect us. Hello, Darcy. Now, another thing is that 1st of August is not only important for that, it is also important that we're going to see the student loans repayments in the US double or even triple, depending on how much people earn. Now, this topic is not so much discussed, but it's very important to us because it could affect spending in the US. And that would mean if we see less spending, again, businesses' revenues will be affected, and that could bring the stock market to fall as well. Now, I'm not going to go in depth about this, but I do speak about it a little bit more on my own YouTube channel, which is why we had the echo and which is what I wanted to show you guys. Over here, if you come in the description box, you can see all my real social accounts and my personal YouTube channel that you're more than welcome to follow for more depth information on that as well. Now, another thing that I wanted to speak to you about, that's actually the last thing in terms of news that I wanted to discuss, is in terms of Powell. Now, apparently we have this beautiful lady here, Anna Paulina Luna, that referred Powell. She actually submitted a criminal referral to the DOJ, which is Department of Justice in the US, alleging that Powell is not reporting some very expensive VIP renovations at the Eclis building. Now, there's no criminal charges, obviously, as of now. To me, it seems a little bit like unreal to be watching this right now at such a, pivotal moment. But it is very simple to me. It's just another attack on Powell because she's also a Republican. And it seems like Trump and his allies are just attacking Powell. Now, is he going to crack? This is yet what we're about to see. Now, I believe he has a speech today. I don't think he's going to discuss any of this matter, but there is a lot of scrutiny, obviously, right now regarding his independence. And if we go ahead over here, let's make this smaller so you can guys see. We actually have close to no chance of getting any rate cuts in July, right? Because we have another meeting coming up in July. So now we're sitting at 97.4% chance of no rate cuts. So that's what it looks like on that front. Now, in terms of news, we don't have that much. We have unemployment claims, flash manufacturing PMI, flash services PMI. So we're very light on news this week. So what should we do? Well, we should watch for Twitter and Truth Social and see what we can get from there. Hello, everyone. Oh, looks like I slept well. Yes, I did actually. I did sleep very good. Sleep is very important for me. Okay, cool. So you guys start chatting in the chat box. Let me know how are you feeling about these markets today. And potentially we're gonna start a poll a little bit later if we can. Hi Z Trader, hi Daniel, how is everyone doing? Now, first of all, of course, we're starting with BTC. To see what's happening over here. Monday has finished. That's why I love our streams on Tuesday, because it is very, very crucial for me that Monday develops, so then we can see what's unfolding for the rest of the week. Yes, Z Trader is bullish on ETH, Solana, Sui, APT. Good stuff. Now, okay, so clearly, I don't even need to tell you guys, you can see that we're still in the range that we discussed in the previous weeks. Now, this is what something that we were expecting after an extension like this into such a major zone over here. Right over here, 123,062. That was a major zone for me. So it's no, you know, surprise that I'm short over here for this move, because essentially what I want to see is I still really want to see for Bitcoin to drop down from this range, exit the range essentially to the downside, and tap into the CME gap that was developed over here in the Chicago Mercantile Exchange futures markets. Now, in terms of how the week started, it was very interesting because we didn't see anything on Monday, right? The only thing we saw is this daily candle developed, and then we came in today and we pretty much weak filled that entire move. And according to my strategy, what happens is you have a lot of mini trades over here that you can play within that range. However, the idea is that we're not seeing the range exiting the 0.5 over here in that area. So when that happens, that's just another confluence for me that the market wants to exit the range to the downside. So now we're looking at around 115K Bitcoin, right? This is an area that we would ideally like to hold, right? We want this area to hold, because if we start getting a little bit more price acceptance below that level, that's when we're gonna see a little bit more pullback on alts. And hence the title of this video, why is this a noob warning? Because a lot of people right now will be going ahead, downloading all the apps to trade and everything, and they would have no idea, they would not be understanding of technical analysis whatsoever. They just want in, they just want to jump in, they just want to take part, and the time has come for them to pretty much hurt, just like all of us, right? Just like every beginner. It's just the way it goes. So anyway, these are all the confluences that Bitcoin wants to exit to the downside, and that is what I want to see. In a case of Bitcoin deciding to continue to the upside, I don't see it coming above 121,695 max, and then potentially retesting that 123. This is going to be huge actually if that happens, but for now that doesn't seem to be the case, so I'm still holding to my initial bias, just like I discussed with you guys. Yes. Yes, hit the like button, you guys. If you are enjoying my live streams, hit the like button, give me some support, because it's very important for me that you value the content that I'm giving you, because so far we've been together for I don't know how many, I think this is my 10th stream with you guys, and so far we have been on point with everything, so it's a lot of alpha for free that you're getting over here. So yes, that's what we discussed. Basically, we want this area to hold, because if it doesn't, right, if it doesn't, then we might be looking into a little bit of a deeper drop. Then we're looking into 112,000. There is a clear support area at 112K. And if it gets even worse, then we have to look into the other support. Now, all of these, how do I get all of these supports and resistances, all of these liquidities that are extremely important for my trading? Again, for that, I use my trading indicators. They're available for everyone under the description box over here. Get my trading indicators. I highly suggest it, you guys. It's at very low cost and they're extremely helpful. Doesn't matter if you have your own trading style, highly recommend. All right, so yes, that's for Bitcoin for now. I think we need to move at Ethereum because it's interesting. We had a drop at 2.7. Now, my community was warned about this drop as soon as I saw the confirmation for the drop on the 4-hour time frame. It was very clear for me. There was even confirmation on a 1-hour time frame, you know, 30 minutes. But when you're in such a bull market, you want to look at the 4-hour and nothing less than that for any confirmations, right? So basically Ethereum is pulling back right now and we could see a little bit of a pullback over here. That is all facts. Why? Because in our last show, I tried to warn you guys, right? The area that I was looking for, ETH BTC over here. Wait for the beautiful indicators to load. If we could, please. But this is what I was trying to warn you, right? This is the area over here. Again, with the help of my indicators, you guys. Over here, that's the area. Daily, high time frame, extremely important. So this was my expectation over here and it basically fulfilled, right? We're seeing a pullback from the zone that we were talking about, which is exactly sitting at 0.03187. Now this could go quite deep, to be fair. You know, even though technical analysis on ETH BTC is not that correct, however, my indicators have always been protecting me on that front as well. Now, in terms of Bitcoin dominance, again, we're seeing a pullback on that. And we can clearly see it in the returns today. We have Bitcoin up almost 0.1% and we have Ethereum down almost 3% at this point. We're gonna look at Solana in a little bit. Solana's been doing good, but anyway, so Bitcoin dominance is pulling back right now. With currently at 61%. So you really want to see a bit of a more drop from this level down here to gain a little bit of confidence to get back into alt. So you do want to see levels broken down here. Now you do have a lot of liquidity, equal lows that will be targeted. So for me, this pull back on Bitcoin dominance, it's probably going to go as deep as, you know, if I'm going to be looking at my indicators again, which haven't failed me so far, I will be looking at around maybe 62% for a retracement and then another drop if we're respecting the bearish order flow here on Bitcoin dominance. Does that make sense, you guys? Let's try and start a poll around here. So what do you guys think? Is Bitcoin going up or down this week? Let's try and start a poll if we can. So yeah, that's in regards of you know, Bitcoin dominance. But the good thing is we have a lot of liquidity to the downside, right? So that's very positive. Now we're expecting to see Bitcoin dominance at 54. We're expecting to see Bitcoin dominance even at 50% down here. If we're lucky, we're gonna get even 47% on Bitcoin. Let's have a look how this whole thing unfolds. Yeah, EJ Cup is saying down. Yes, that's what I think as well. I think it's going to be actually a healthy retrace. Moving on, let's have a look at Solana. Now Solana is also at very interesting levels. We discussed it last time with you guys, and again we're going to repeat it, right? Solana is at a point of a massive resistance, right? This area here, you know, when you analyze the charts, you have to go back and look at how price is reacting from certain levels. Now this is a massive level of rejection over here, right? We've seen it multiple times, and yet again this is it. So if we manage to break this level over here, so it's around $200, give or take, around $200. If we manage to break this area, there is no stopping Solana, I'm telling you guys, right? The only areas I'll be looking for Solana for shallow pullbacks, then it's going to be 225 and 236, right? We have the sell zone over here, we have this resistance level at 225. So these are the zones that I'm looking out for Solana. Abbas is saying down, EJ Cup is saying down. Yes, well, I guess we're not starting a poll today, but that's fine. You guys, let me know in the comments, in the chat box, what do you think? Are we going down or up Bitcoin this week? Z Trader thinks BTC sideways. Well, we're already sideways. What's the news? Okay, so yeah, that's for Solana. Break of the $200, pretty much nothing stopping it. But regardless of all these analysis that we're doing right now, regardless of everything I'm about to say, you need to understand that we are still bullish, right? The fact that alts are sitting at the point that are sitting right now, confirmed bull run, we're still on, right? We've been struggling so much for now, until now, but finally we're moving in the right direction. So that is what that is one thing that is positive. Is it facts that alts can pull back up to 20, even 30%, right? If you look at Doge, for example, up to 30% pullback, no problem, still bullish. So you know, and all the noobs that are entering right now, they could be shaken out pretty easily, in my opinion, with those kind of pullbacks, right? Yes, give us a like, you guys. Yeah, Solana overall picture is bullish, right? Picture is bullish. We're holding the 155. This was the area, right? This was the area over here, 0.5 of the price a range that we're trading. So that was the area, and we're holding it. We've broken through it with intention. This is all you want to see. You want to see a break with intention. So that's it pretty much. It's very good. And if you guys are looking to trade any of these assets on a pullback, right, again, I would recommend you scroll down my video and you can see all of the exchanges that I'm affiliated with. You can get up to 9k bonuses with 2 bids. Pretty awesome. Coin catch, you get $150 sign up bonus. That is pretty awesome, right? And if you train, you can if you trade, you can earn up to 4k in bonuses. And with Bybit, the amazing thing is that if you use that link to subscribe, you can get access to my Telegram group over here, which is going to be pretty amazing, because that's when you will get more access of me and my daily updates on Bitcoin and on price action and what I think. That's pretty helpful at the beginning of every single day. All right, cool. Moving on, XRP. Let's have a look at a coin that's been one of the strongest coins in this run so far, right? It's performed exceptionally well, over 300% in gains, now even more. This is absolutely intense, and it's beautiful because we're holding structure in a very, very bullish way. So like I said to you before, and like I've said to my community, the fact that XRP is holding the 0.5, that just means one thing and only one thing, and that is exit of the range to the upside. So trading above $3.47, which is exactly what we're seeing right now. And of course, after an exit like that, you want to see price ranging a little bit and potentially exhausting. Now, if we're seeing a pullback on the alts, then you have to start to wonder, where is the areas? What areas can I look out for each one of the altcoins? And that's why I've marked up a lot of the altcoins for the areas that I'm interested in. Now, for example, XRP, in my opinion, for me would be the breaker block over here, the buy breaker block over here at $3.16. That would be very good. In case of a very, very deep pullback, then I'm going to be looking at a $3 zone, if we're lucky to get that. Right here we have Say as well. Like I said, all the altcoins were at a major level of resistance, right? All the altcoins were at a major level of resistance, while ETH BTC was reaching also a major level. So all the confluences were aligning for us to take a step back right now. Say, same thing, right? Trading above 0.236 major level, now is going to go back, retest where, well, depending on how deep the pullbacks go, but I can see first support zone is around 0.318, and then in case of a deeper pullback, then we're starting to look at areas like 0.2727, and even up to like 0.24, but that's all only in a case if we are getting very, very lucky. So from the highs to the first support over here that we've made, so those highs were made on 16th of July, right? 16th of July. From the high to our support, that's like 18.5% pullback. 18.5. Now think about someone who just aped in at 0.236 level, for example, 0.34, and they'll be stressing out at what is going on. Why is everything pulling back? Why is everything down like 18, 20%, 50%? And look at how shallow this pullback in the overall picture is actually going to be, right? What else can we look at? FIT, you know, Filecoin is something that I'm interested in. Although we have reached levels, we have created new lows. Yes, we're trading again we're creating local tops on all of the altcoins right now. Over here, liquidity. Again, how do I see that with the help of my indicators? $8.4. Filecoin. This is going to be actually really, really crazy if that happens. I have no idea if it will, but it's just one of the things that I am looking at, and I like to see that the levels that were created before have gained some acceptance above that. So on a retrace, let's say I'll be looking at Filecoin $2.6, right? Anything around 2.64, 2.6 up to 2.3 in case of a deeper pullback. I think it's going to be very, very interesting. And that's one of the casino plays that I want to play, you guys, because this is it, right? You have to understand there is no way that we can be 100% sure what is going to do that well. Let me know in the comments, you guys, if you are convinced that some altcoins are going to perform so well because you know so much about the white paper or about the utility or about the community. Let me know in the comments. We'll have a look. We'll have a look at that. But ADA is also another thing that I'm looking at. Unfortunately, ADA, again, at a massive sell zone, such as everything, right? Such as everything at a resistance level. ADA is at a sell zone as well. So, you know, I'm hoping for a pullback. Right now, it is reacting from a support 0.8643. It is reacting nicely. Let's see if everything is going to play out and we're going to get a little bit of a more pullback, because then I'll be looking at 0.81 on ADA, and then of course for a little bit deeper 0.77 and even further down to 0.7 on ADA. Yeah, Doge's been great. Doge's been great. That was a good trade that I had taken over here. And of course, my take profit, or the first take profit, is always for me at an area of interest, which is 0.5. As you can see, execution to perfection, because this is how my model works and I like to follow my model, you guys. And again, if you want to learn how I execute my model, just scroll down and you can see here my trading strategy course list. Sign up for the wait list to get part of that, so I can teach you guys how I find all these things. It's very good for swing trading, the system for short-term trading. It is actually amazing. So yeah, that's it on Doge. On Doge, again, we have a nice buy breaker block opportunity over here at around 0.231, and if that fails, we get a little bit of a deeper pullback. We're looking at 0.21 as well. So yes, I have a lot of targets for Doge actually. First one around over here, we're looking at over this area around 0.35. That would be one of my targets. The next one is going to be 0.39, and we're going like this, level by level by level, right? Great, you guys. Okay, so some people are saying AVAX, ENS, ANA. It's like 40%. Do you take into account US capital gains when trading? No, I don't. The American prospector is giving us American prospects. Yeah, so ENS, let's have a look at ENS. Actually, I don't think I've seen that. in quite a bit. I'm pretty sure it was in my list, so I don't know why. But let's have a look at it together right now. First things first. All right. Okay. Yeah. So we have been holding levels. Not a great performance from the years back, but we have started to recover here from last year, and we seem to have reached some sort of level like $50.4, but then we came down and we made a new low over here, and now we've pretty much retraced that move from April, right? From April, because that's when we had the first wave of this year. Let's see how much we made. 150%, not bad at all. So that's like 50% of this whole move over here that we've recovered, right? 50% of that move. So let's see, maybe there's going to be another 50% of that move. But yeah, I haven't been looking at that for a while. Let's look on the weekly. Yeah, again, at a major resistance over here. This is going to be on a weekly time frame, so I'd like to mark that and keep that in mind, that $30.7 are going to be an area of resistance for this coin. And if we break that area, then we have so much stack liquidity over here that we might go ahead and clean up. In terms of a higher target, I'm not really sure, to be honest, how high this can go. It is not one of my favorite charts, is all I can tell you. Near, yes, we can look at near, sure. Let's have a look. Near over here. Yes, near is one of the coins I like for the reason that we have double liquidity formation. Again, I think I spoke to you about this on the last show. Again, I find this with the help of my indicators, you guys, double liquidity formations. Once we clean the first liquidity, it has to be with strength, right? Then the way is going to be for the second liquidity, which in that case is sitting at $9 over here. So it's something that I like to see. But again, you need to understand that near is also at an area of resistance, just like all the other altcoins right now. Very natural for everything to happen at these specific levels. So that is over here, right? That is over here at $3.073. That is the resistance area. Now, how are you going to get this? You can only get this by using my indicators. That's it, nowhere else. That is why I'm trying to tell you guys, it is so helpful. But yeah, that is what we need to do with near. We need to break $3, and then we can see with more confidence something to follow. You meant Anna. Oh, okay, that's fine. We can look at Anna or Ina, whatever. Mexi, let's see. That's probably a good chart over here to look. Yeah, I mean, at a level, definitely at a level of interest, rejecting from it with quite a bit of a wick situation over here. Yeah. For ultimate confidence, honestly, you want to see that level broken over here. So you want to see price trade above 0.52, approximately 0.52. That would be a little bit better in my opinion, because for now this could really fail over here. And then you have a couple of supports down here. So you're looking at 0.4227, for example. That would be one support. We have another one down here, 0.374. And I'm sure that if I start looking a little bit deeper, we'll find even more confluences down here. But this is just to give you an overall view of this coin. Yes, you guys. So yeah, that's it for today. Thank you so much for being here. And again, make sure you like the video, subscribe if you like my content, if you appreciate my content, and I'll see you guys in the next one.